Earlier during the course of the conversation, or during the course of this bulletin, we told you about the TUC and them condemning they have condemned the commencement of tolling operations on selected federal highway corridors across the country. And they also made they also called on a number of national issues, particularly better foreign exchange management, blaming it for the high cost of goods and services, escalating inflation rates, amongst others. And now to go deeper into this discussion, we're joined by Francis Chilaka, as a public affairs analyst, and he joins us live now. Mr. Chilaka, many thanks for doing this with us. So the news is out. There's one thing for Nigeria to pay for. It's so much for us to pay for. And now we're adding tolls to it, federal highway tolls. Can we afford it?
It's not whether we can afford it. It's if Nigerians can survive it. We need to tell ourselves the truth right now. Nigerians are going through a lot. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are dying of hunger. Poverty has taken over. It's difficult for people to survive. And, we keep talking about government saying, oh, be patient, be patient. We're trying to do things for the betterment of the people. But what we've seen so far with government is just taxing the people, not caring whether the people survive or not. So right now, this is too many for the people to take.
And one of the things they've said is funding. So I have to ask you, is the funding model for the project the main reason for the tolling? Or what in your view, could government be really funding or towing Nigerians for?
Well, if you look at it, the government says they're tolling the roads because they want to pay back the loans. But you see, when you have a country where there's no accountability, the people themselves don't even know how much was spent on building these roads, and they don't even know how long this tolling would take. So it ridicules everything about it. I think that what government should be doing is to find a way of alleviating the current suffering the people are going through. Because by the time you toll these roads, I am telling you, the cost of living, the cost of items, the cost of vehicular movement will become even more and more expensive. So the government could, as a matter of fact, look at other ways of paying these loans. There's so much money being generated that is being shared. In fact, I think part of that money that is being shared should be used to settle this loan. Also, the government had told us when President Tinubu took over that subsidy is gone. And it promised Nigerians that the savings from subsidy will be applied to strategic areas. So I think that what government should do is to take from the savings from the subsidy and apply in this area.
Now, the unions push back every single time, whether it's the TUC or the NLC. One thing is for certain, they always push back. And now this is another pushback. The question is, can this yield any results?
For me as a person and for a lot of Nigerians, we've lost faith and trust in the unions. We don't believe them. We just believe that it's all about themselves, about their pockets, about what they can grab at a particular time from government. So Nigerians are not bothered. Nigerians are not interested whether TUC or NLC go on strike or protest. Nigerians are not interested because at the end of the day, if they give an ultimatum, say, in 2 weeks, on the eve of the end of the ultimatum, they will end up canceling whatever it is and tell you they are going into negotiations or the government has reached out to them. So Nigerians have lost interest and, they're on their own, so to say.
Well, it begs to ask a question about who then would voice the displeasure and the dissent from Nigerians. I must say thank you, Francis Chilaka, for joining us.